And we will be going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're live.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. It is currently 8:02. We're running a little bit behind today. Like I said, we were trying to get these last-minute videos pulled up, but these commercials keep playing, and we don't want those commercials playing while we're trying to show you guys today's topics. So either way, it's currently 72 degrees outside. It's nice. It's warm. It's muggy. It was actually sprinkling just a minute ago as I walked in the building. So I don't know, but I guess be prepared for some light chances of showers today. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't say there's any chance of rain, though.
There's 10% chance of rain today.
Wow.
And tomorrow, but that's it.
Okay, but yeah, we have a high of 88 today, so it's not going to be miserable out, so that's cool. But with that being said, traffic conditions going in Tulsa are pretty fair. It's slow but steady. So if you haven't left yet, you may consider Mingo or going 75 if you have not left for your commute into Tulsa yet. With that being said, we'll just push right into our main topics because there's no real changes to the calendars on this week. So I'm sure you guys have already seen a lot of this by now. We might be a little tardy to the party on this, but if you see our our little caption or our thumbnail here, it says public school teaches Christianity, and we have a Karen complaining with an angry look on her face. You got is that Tim Walters, right? Or Tim Waters?
Ryan Walters.
Ryan Walters, the state education secretary or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we have the Buddy Christ from Dogma on there. Well, if you hadn't seen it, there was like a controversial, like, I guess, X post or Facebook post or something where this woman posted this questions that was asked by her daughter by the AP World History teacher, and you can pull those. Can you zoom in on that picture at all, or?
Working on it.
But yeah, so
Let me.
yeah, I can just read the questions. I have it pulled up
Here it
here.
says here.
I have it pulled up here on my phone. So it says the following. So this is a AP History question that this person was assigned. That the AP History class was assigned. It says, answer the following questions, but you must provide a source using APA style supporting your answer. This must be in Microsoft Word using, with proper citations, so it's trying to get them ready to do college level papers. And I said, I took religion courses in college, and I said science and religion, so like you had to back up what you did. So this is actually not unheard of. But here are the questions. 1, how did the world start? Number 2, who started it? Number 3, did evil start or did it always exist? Are people inherently good or evil or neither? What is morality? What is religion? What is Christianity? What does it mean to be a Christian? Is God real? Is Satan real? So this is just like a beginning of the year kind of question. And this is like, these are some fun topics. I mean, especially for a state like Oklahoma. But of course, you have some Karen, and the lady's actually named in this article, but I won't name her. But her daughter brought this to her and said that these are, I mean, read what some of her quotes are in this article, Chad. I mean,
You got it. All right.
Maybe without reading her name.
I'll do my best, even though if you're watching it, you're going to be able to see what her name is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. How does it really start? What does it mean to be a Christian? Says her daughter, sophomore, brought the assignment to her attention, and she voiced her concerns on Facebook before confirming anything with the school or anything else. So she just immediately made a post about it. I think they're wrong. I think they're the wrong questions to ask Native students, which is odd because, a lot of Native Americans are Christians,
Yeah.
Anyway. Think it's wrong. If you consider how we've been forcefully converted, I don't think asking us how any questions about Christianity is fair at this point, which Christianity is a part of history.
Yeah, it's a part of world history.
It's very much so. So it's very odd that they're like, it's a history class. Stick to history. Keep religion out of it. Well, religion has been a part of history and been a significant factor in history throughout all of time. I mean, I'll probably play some of his video right here, but Ryan Walters, I think, gives actually a really good thing. He's like, the Pilgrims come. Why did the Pilgrims come to the United States or come to the Americas?
For religious
It was
freedom.
for religious freedom. I mean, so you can't separate why the Pilgrims came to the United States unless you're going to be like a total hardcore, lefty and be like, they came here to colonize.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and finish this article,
Yeah.
and then we can kind of talk about that.
Absolutely. Then we go down. Express methods. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. She's afraid that this is part of the Oklahoma State Board of Education issued. So she's basically saying that she believes that this is the state
Yeah,
superintendent's.
the state curriculum. This is going to be part of the state curriculum instead of like just this AP history teacher's idea of fun questions to start the semester.
And the teacher, and she says that the teacher that gave the assignment out is a very intimidating man, a former Marine. So why on earth like that got brought in?
So yeah, don't address. So this is the way females argue. This is kind of like they're not direct. They go around. They kind of they try to make posts on social media, garner sympathy to their cause instead of being like, just walk right up to them and be like, hey, I don't think this is an appropriate subject to ask, and he can be like, why? It's like, oh, I'm too afraid to ask because he's a former Marine and he's tall and he has a really strong voice. Like, oh my gosh, lady, like get over yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of being a keyboard warrior, you could have just dealt with it directly. But no, this is not what it's about. This lady is a partisan hack. She doesn't actually care. Go at the end of the article. I mean, she says flat out at the end of the article why she did this. She did this because she hates Ryan Walters.
While she has not yet contacted the school, she wants to know if this assignment came from Oklahoma State School Superintendent Ryan Walters. So she showed her hand right there. So she literally is a...
I just don't want Ryan Walters. Like, I'm angry. I think Ryan Walters did this, and I don't like him. So I'm going to be a keyboard warrior and attack.
Yeah. So again, she got no confirmation from the school if this was from the state or if this was just this teacher's
idea of a fun
trying to get to know
start
his
the year.
students.
Yeah.
And superintendent mandated districts integrate the Bible into their curriculum from 5th to 12th, emphasizing the value of historical documents to move on that controversy. I'm really upset about it, she said. I want to see Ryan Walters go away and teachers like this gone. So
she wants to get this poor guy fired.
Yep.
It's like so much for protecting teachers. Like these people, like I said, partisan hacks at its finest. This is a Karen. And it's sad that you can't even have fun topics like this to start off the year. Like this is
and this girl's in AP. This is college. This is pretty par for the course in college. AP is like a college prep course. Like I said, these are kids who are beyond where the normal kids are.
Yeah.
So you should be getting college level like course curriculum in an AP class. So the fact that if she thinks that these controversial topics aren't going to be discussed in college or just in life in general, you can't shelter your kids from scary ideas like religion and, economics,
you cannot, whatever. I took a science and religion course in college. Like we had to write multiple papers a semester and back up our reasonings. It was science and religion. So we had a bunch of atheist style kids in there who would mock people who were believers in the way, and like they didn't mock you directly. It wasn't like a personal attack against you, but it was like they'd be like, "Oh, my parents are medical scientists, and we always just laughed at the Christians that came in and tried to pray away the sickness. They're just dumb, And you're just like, "Wow, you're really cynical type of person, aren't you?" But no, I mean, I remember one of the best papers I wrote. Even the teacher, the professor of the class, it was like, should stem cell research be allowed, and back up your theory. And my paper was titled "To Hell with Stem Cell," and I had to basically write my thesis on why I didn't think stem cell research was an ethical or moral idea. And the professor was like, "Good title. I like this title." I was like, it doesn't mean that he thought my paper was the best or anything like that, but he was just like, "I like the title, and your paper was B+ worthy." It's like, cool, thanks. And there were other kids that wrote stem cell research is the future of, it's like, and that's what you're going to do. Like, the daughter could have just presented her case and been like, I think Christianity's dumb and it's stupid, and these are my reasons for why. I don't think God's real because of this reason. You can do that. Like, that's the whole point of critical thought and thinking. But no, it's like, these are jaded subject questions, and it's like, we can't. It's like, we are a Christian nation founded on a Christian moral framework. Like, the foundational pillars of our society were built on Christianity. And this lady just, again, she's a partisan hack. I guarantee you, If Ryan Walters hadn't had said some of the stuff he said, this wouldn't even be an issue. It would have been like, okay, yeah, this is just one of those fun ways to start the year papers. But she, like I said, she is a keyboard warrior, and she's going after people she doesn't like using a social media platform. Like I said, she didn't even go to the school. She made these posts on social media and just went straight to the anger mob. She went to the Twitter mob, the Facebook mob, trying to get people rally to her cause.
And the race card was immediately played.
Yes, and again, it's like, I mean, I know this lady's last name. You probably saw it if you were looking at the article, but it doesn't sound very Native American to me. So, again, people being offended on other people's behalf. So dumb. So, either way, it's just, this lady is a Karen, a partisan hack. She only cares about getting Ryan Walters kicked out of his position and causing a fuss. Like I said, if she really was serious about dealing with this problem and she thought that this was wrong, she would have gone directly to the source and went straight to the teacher and been like, hey, I don't think these questions are appropriate.
Which also brings up the fact that she doesn't mind. It's a political thing. She's turned this into a political matter. She doesn't mind certain teachers of a political persuasion,
I guarantee she had no
things.
problem with DEI subject matter, or probably transgender and non-binary. I bet she'd probably be cool with boys playing on the girls' swim team and stuff. I bet you she'd be cool with that, more than likely. Stuff that actually matters, stuff that could actually take away from her daughter's educational value or athletic value. It's like, well, I just think we should be inclusive. Like, no. You're wrecked.
I've got the video of
Ryan. We're making assumptions here now, but yeah, go ahead and play this Ryan Walters video and Ryan Walters.
The next topic I really wanted to make sure to bring to your attention, bring the board up to speed on, is our memo regarding using historical documents like the Bible in the classroom. And you've seen some rogue administrators making comments out in the press, so I wanted to address those directly to the board. What we've seen are some districts, some of our worst acting districts, have come out and said that they're not going to teach history. They've come out and said that they're not going to teach the Bible because they don't agree with it, because they don't want that in our history, even though it's clearly there. Well, to be crystal clear, removing the Bible from our classroom robs children of a full and well-rounded understanding of our country's history. As we've laid out here, you can't separate why the Pilgrims came to America. You can't separate why our founders believed that our rights came from God and why that was unique. You can't separate the words of Martin Luther King Jr. defending the civil rights movement, pointing to the Apostle Paul in the New Testament. This is history. So the left may not like it. They might be offended by it, but they cannot rewrite our history and lie to our kids. We will not allow it here in the state of Oklahoma. So now dealing with these districts that want to break state law, want to lie to kids and indoctrinate kids by not including the Bible in its historical context. As a reminder, these are the same districts that sued us to keep genderqueer and flamer in the classroom. So these are the districts that want pornography in the front of kids under the name of inclusivity, but don't want the historical context of the Bible. It's outrageous. We will not allow it. So just because they don't like it, just because they're offended by it, just because they don't want to do it, doesn't mean that they won't do it. We will enforce the law. They will be held accountable. And in Oklahoma, the Bible will be used and taught in the classroom in its historical context.
Sounds good to
Can't
me.
find your debit card?
A second. Got it.
Yeah, but I mean, Ryan Walters is absolutely correct there. The Bible is a historical document. I mean, it's a genealogy tracking all the way down to Christ. Like we can track all the way to what historical figures from all the way from Noah to how Christ was born, like who was Mary ultimately related to, what family lines did she come from. It's a genealogy as well as a historical document. Like history is there's nothing but history in the Bible. Now, the things you could be like, well, what about the miracles? What about the miracles? It's like, okay. But the miracles still coincide with stuff that actually happened in history. So the Bible is probably one of the best and most accurate historical documents and records ever recorded. And for people to pretend that it's not, like, I mean, again, if you are an atheist, you can still look at the Bible as a historical document. So, yeah, I don't understand why they're so angry about it. It's like, look, you can say you don't have to believe anything that's written, but you have to accept the stuff that happened in here from a historical perspective. So, yeah. But again, that was something that kind of blew up last week, or kind of like this weekend, or this last weekend. So I was figured we might as well talk about that. But I was a little bit more interested in talking about Alien Romulus yesterday than I was bringing this up. But again, it just goes to show you, Karens still exist, and they exist on the left quite a bit, and they are very angry about politics. They said that, again, if she really thought this was an issue that had to be addressed, she could have gone directly to the school, directly to the teacher, and gone about that way. But of course, it's like in the article, it says exactly why she did it. She goes, I don't want to deal with things directly. I want to create a mob on social media, and I did it specifically because I don't like Ryan Walters.
Yep.
It's like partisan hackery at its finest, folks. Like I said, you can disagree with the guy, but like I said, you cannot argue with the historical accuracy and the historical context that you can find in the Bible. And the reasons, again, like why the Pilgrims came to America. I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Freedom of religion, to get away from the Church of England and, to believe, because they were Puritans at that time. So they wanted to be able to practice their religion without paying wasn't there some sort of like tax that you had to pay or something to the Church of England, because only the Church of England was recognized by England at that time.
Yeah. So, yeah. There you go, folks. That's kind of what we wanted to go over today. Like I said, it's not like a massive ordeal, but like, again, Facebook, social media. I mean, they even Fox did
I looked up. I mean, it's blown up on all the local,
local news affiliates,
networks and affiliates. I could Google it, but it pulled up, Channel 2, Channel 23, just going down the list of all the news sites that have already taken a look at it. So given their 2 cents. So this is our 2 cents.
Yep. Anyway, that's about all we've got for you today. We just kind of wanted to go over that because it's just a silly, dumb thing that people, again, blow out of proportion to get clicks and generate outrage, because that's the kind of society we live in today. But yep, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. This is the Twins with Owasso Live. This was the Morning Loop. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you too can stay in the loop. That's all we've got for you. God bless you, folks.
See you later, everybody.